Samsung has quietly been working on something that feels less like just another update and more like a sneak peek into the future of Galaxy phones. Leaks of One UI 8.5 are already showing up, and instead of tiny refinements, this build feels bold. Like Samsung is trying to reimagine how we interact with our devices. From fresh animations to deep AI upgrades, this is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious updates we've seen in years. And wait until you hear about the file sharing trick that could make even Apple fans do a double take. Welcome back, viewers. James here. If you're enjoying these deep dives, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big update. Now, let's start with the feature that's turning heads: NFC-powered quick share. Imagine placing two Galaxy phones close together and instantly starting a transfer. The animation pops, Wi-Fi direct takes over, and boom, the file is moving faster than old-school Bluetooth could ever dream of. It's still experimental, so you'll probably have to enable it manually at first. But the cool part, Samsung seems to be testing customizable animations. That means file sharing could actually become fun, not just functional. Some are calling it Samsung's spin on name drop, but the Galaxy flavor here is very different. It feels faster, more fluid, and a little playful. And that's just the appetizer. One UI 8.5 isn't just built on Android 16, it's packed with AI that's getting way smarter. We're talking about tools like Social Composer, which can whip up captions for Instagram or reviews for Amazon in seconds, and Meeting Assist, which translates live speech or even text on the screen during calls. There's also Smart Clipboard, which doesn't just copy-paste, but can suggest actions like summarizing a wall of text into bite-sized notes. Even Touch Assistant gets an upgrade, making everything on screen easier to read and interact with. This is Samsung trying to build an assistant that's everywhere without feeling in the way. But the real showstopper, the quick panel redesign. If you've ever been frustrated that only a few toggles can move around while others stay stuck, Samsung heard you. The leaks show a layout where you can rearrange everything, hide what you don't use, and make it fully yours. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth tiles. You could even remove them entirely if you want. That's a level of control we've never had before. Combine that with a modernized look, resizable panels, smoother blur effects, new gradient themes, and the quick panel suddenly is like a centerpiece instead of a chore to manage. System apps are also getting subtle but meaningful polish. In the gallery, menus now float on a frosted glass backdrop, albums shift into a clean rectangular style, and collections introduce optional categories to keep things tidy. Stories look more modern with better background effects. Even the My Files app has transformed, with gradient designs and a smarter layout that makes it feel less like an afterthought and more like part of the main experience. And then there's the phone dialer, which ditches the old buttons for a capsule-style design and new calling UIs that look fresh, even if they'll spark debates among purists. Now here's the curious part. While the camera app looks unchanged on the surface, early testers suspect Samsung may be hiding some tweaks that'll surface later in development. It wouldn't be the first time they've slipped upgrades quietly into mid-cycle builds. And the settings menu. You'll notice smaller things, like a search bar moved to the bottom for easier reach, and a new blur effect that makes transitions look more premium. It's these small touches that add up to a smoother, more modern feel across the board. All of this raises a question: why didn't Samsung just ship some of these changes with One UI 8? Were they holding them back to make 8.5 feel bigger, or did they want to align these upgrades with the Galaxy S26 Ultra launch? Either way, it feels like Samsung is trying to set a new standard here, with AI at the center, more customization than ever, and a dash of playful design. One UI 8.5 isn't just an incremental step, it feels like a sneak peek at where Galaxy software is heading in the next few years. And remember, this is still just the beginning. More features are bound to pop up in later builds, so this first look is only scratching the surface. I'll keep you updated as new leaks land, so hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss the next big drop. For now though, One UI 8.5 already feels like Samsung's most personal, most polished, and most exciting update in a long time.